taking you along on our first trip to Italy. First, we'll start in the romantic floating city of Venice. Then we'll see the history of Florence. And finally, visit one of the most serene areas in the country, Lake Como.
We leave for Italy today, so we're packing up. We're gonna head out here in like 15-20 minutes and drive. It's about a 8-hour drive to Venice, and I think we're gonna stop in a couple places along the way.
It's 6:30. Where are we going?
We're going to Venice.
I think it's Veneto.
Veneto.
Or Venezia. I don't know.
Pepperoni pop.
I don't know the difference. It's our first excursion from Zurich, and we will be in Italy for a little over a week in a couple different places, so make sure to stay tuned and follow us along on our first little journey. So we are actually going to go to Venice on our honeymoon originally, and then COVID hit and it hit bad in Italy, so we couldn't, but we've always wanted to go to Venice. The fastest way to get from Switzerland to Venice is through Milan. The fastest route also includes toll roads, but our credit cards work just fine here. It costs more money the longer you stay on the toll road, but we were saving a bunch of hours, so we felt that it was worth it. Since it's on the way to Venice, we decided to take a quick stop in Verona. Most people know Verona as the home to Romeo and Juliet. Shakespeare wrote a couple plays that took place in Verona. It must have been one of his favorite cities. There's even a huge arena in the middle of the city, and they still have concerts and operas to this day. So most people know Verona from the famous Romeo and Juliet story. It's based here, and they have like Juliet's house is this famous place that everyone tries to go to. This is for sure just a tourist trap, but we're doing it anyway.
What is it that we're doing?
We're seeing Casa di Giulietta, Juliet's house.
Nice.
What?
Big tourist.
I know. Juliet's house may just be for show, but it was still built in the 13th century.
We just made it to our hotel. I think we'll probably take a little bit of a break, and then we'll head over pretty soon because there's things to see. Except I don't know if we'll bring the camera today. I think we might
have a date night.
Date night without you guys. But tomorrow.
We are celebrating our anniversary.
That's
so,
true.
We deserve it.
Allora.
Our first stop in the city had to be gelato, obviously. Next, we checked out a building that's become really popular with photographers called Scala Contarini del Bovolo. We made the mistake of paying way too much to get drinks in St. Mark's Square and found a wonderful restaurant with the best carbonara. On our first full day in the sinking city, we decided to get an early start on the bus. We chose to save money by staying on the mainland instead of the island, and we took the bus into town every day. This worked out great because the bus stopped right by our hotel, and it was really affordable. I'll be sure to link the hotel in the description in case you want to check it out.
We are on our way to Murano, which is the glass blowing place. So it should be interesting, and I'm sure we'll have to pay more money to see the cool glass blowing stuff. Otherwise, it's probably just an island, and then we'll be stuck there.
So I think we are here. We're trying to get over here to Murano. That's where they make the glass. And then we'll go from there, then we'll go to Verona, and then back again. When you take the ferry to Murano and Burano, you stop in Murano first, and then you can board it again when you're done in Murano and continue to Burano before heading back to Venice. Welcome to Murano! Murano is a small island just off of Venice, which is specifically famous for making glass. So you'll see glass makers, glass shops, basically everywhere you look is colorful, beautiful glass in all different shapes and sizes. We even got to see a glass blowing demonstration.
We got a glass player back there playing Harry Potter.
It's so cool. I wish.
Epic. This is the most energy I've seen from Shelby all day. All it took was some Harry Potter song.
I'm revived.
She's revived.
That was really cool.
We're walking to the next water bus. Although it looks like we might get lunch at this place behind us. So we'll see. We're gonna go to Burano next. Oh, it's right there. Okay.
Yeah.
Do you want to get lunch?
Next, we boarded the ferry again and headed to Burano. And now we just arrived in Burano. So Murano with an M, Burano with a B. And Burano is known mostly for its very colorful houses, which I can see we're coming up toward right on the water, as well as its lace. So Burano is known for making lace. So we just already saw a little like souvenir stand with lace dresses, lace everything.
Tell us all about that leaning tower. Let me look it up.
Il Campanile Storto.
Oh, what is that?
Burano's own Tower of Pisa. Built in the 17th century, the Leaning Tower has a square shape and Renaissance and neoclassical architecture.
Nice. And you learned that all off the top of your head just now. What's your review?
Second gelato in Italy. I think this is better than the first one. It's more creamy. I got pistachio and black cherry.
Mmm, tasty.
What did you get?
Gelato.
Okay.
Got him.
Once our feet started to hurt, we boarded the ferry back to Venice.
I want some creme brulee.
We'll get you some creme brulee. We even ate at the same restaurant again because we loved it so much the night before. We just got back to the hotel after a long and eventful day, and we basically had to run in the middle of a thunder and rainstorm because the bus dropped us off like 3 exits or I don't know, 3
An
blocks.
exit
3
later.
blocks later
Yeah.
than we wanted it to.
Because someone didn't press the stop
I didn't
button.
realize I've never had to do that before.
Yes, I know. You always had a nice cushy car. No public transportation for you. So we got a little bit wet, but not soaked, just a little wet.
But yeah, today we spent time in Murano and Burano. Which one did you like better?
I like Verona better. It was more interesting to me. I mean, the glass blowing is what Murano is known for, and that's like, it's cool, but I didn't feel like I just saw like a bunch of shops with glass stuff in it. Verona was really cool because it's just like a little town that's pretty unique. It's like a bunch of really brightly colored houses.
The houses are so beautiful there. They're so cute.
And it's like a little more laid back. It feels more like you're a part of like a
more
community and less of like, this is just tourist town. I feel like you could do Venice in a weekend. Like we've done.
I mean, we've had
basically 2 days.
1.5 days.
Yeah, 1.5 days, and I feel like I've seen like most of what I would want to see. Like there's definitely more. Like I want to see St. Mark's Basilica. Like we should definitely see that tomorrow.
Also, Matt was told by an Italian man that he looked like, first it was, you look like Spider-Man. And then we realized it was Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man.
I mean, right when he said that, I realized that.
I know, it just, when I think of
like
Spider-Man, like I think of Tom Holland.
And I hope I don't look like Tobey Maguire. That is not a compliment.
It's just funny because I've said that before, but no one else has, I don't think anyone else has really like echoed me. So this Italian waiter at her restaurant.
And then he was like, oh, my daughter is obsessed with Tom Holland.
I was like, oh, Tom, like, he doesn't look like Tom Holland that much. And he was like, oh, no, my daughter goes wild for Tom Holland in an Italian
He was in Venice a couple years ago.
And then, he was talking about how he was in Venice shooting his movie. And that was, wow, what a time that would be. If you were just here and Tom Holland happened to be here shooting Spider-Man, I would have lost it.
Yeah.
I would have gone wild for Tom Holland.
And with that, a good night. We're doing a little work from a hotel room before we head out for our last day at Venice. Yeah, trying to finish up the video for you guys so that we can push it. This will be the first video of us getting to Europe, so excited for you guys to see it. We are going back into Venice for the third and final day to a lovely restaurant that Shelby booked a reservation to.
So I had booked a reservation at this place months in advance just because the photos looked great. But I didn't check the price before we went, so it was a bit over our budget.
Mucho expensivo.
Still, we couldn't resist splitting a plate of pasta.
I have no idea what's in this, but it's delicious.
This dish was made up of whole wheat linguine, clams, lemon, parsley, and batarga, which we later found out is salted and cured fish eggs. Matt is obsessed with the pasta that we got. I thought it was really good as well. A small portion, obviously, because it's expensive. We're ordering a tiramisu momentarily. After spending our daily food limit on lunch, we headed over to St. Mark's Square and got in line for the Basilica, along with all the pigeons. St. Mark's Basilica is open every day and it costs €3 to enter, but there can be a long line depending on when you go, so make sure to leave some time. Once you're inside, you'll probably spend the whole time gazing at the gold mosaic ceilings like we did. Although there's plenty to see downstairs, we highly recommend spending another €7 to go upstairs. This area includes access to the Museum of the Basilica as well as the terrace overlooking St. Mark's Square. Plus, you get extra close to those ceilings. We also made a quick stop at the Bridge of Sighs. For those who don't know the story, the Bridge of Sighs connects Venice's courthouse with its prison. The story goes that when criminals were sentenced to prison, they would walk across the bridge, take their last glimpse of freedom through those holes in the walls, and let out a sigh so loud that people outside on the canal could hear them. We finished the night off with some pizza and boarded the bus again for the last time before we left the next morning. The bus led us astray again. Second night in a row. It went too far. We did push the button this time, but when they stopped at our stop, they didn't open the doors. And we were trying to get up, but like we couldn't get out. So it kept going, and that happened again. And then I think we figured out that the back doors were entrance only, not exit. So we had to make our way to the front and get off like 2 exits later. So we're getting a chance to really know the area around our hotel on the bright side.
This is it.
Yeah.
It's pretty much nothing.
Venice is such a unique and beautiful place. We think that everyone should try to get there at least once in their lives to experience it. Next up on our Italian road trip, Florence and Tuscany. We hope you'll stay along for the ride. Until next week, arrivederci!